Campfires.
Let's stop a moment to catch our breath.
But I've barely worked up a sweat.
Speak for yourself. What do you want, a medal? Doesn't look like we're being followed. Fail to grab these rare moments of quiet when you can. You'll end up regretting it later.
You're the boss.
All right, cool, cool. Camping out. Resting at a campground will restore your party's HP and CP. While resting, you can watch skits and cutscenes that you previously viewed. Oh, nice!
Normally, we should take turns standing guard. But this first time, I'll watch over things so you two can rest easy.
You can't do either or, yada yada.
Watched a fire like this before. It's surprisingly soothing.
Well, aren't you getting comfortable? You realize there are still Zoogles prowling around out here, right?
Ah, don't be a spoil sport. It's important to let your mind and spirit relax. Does you a lot more good than you might think.
Semi-auto still functions the same in this game as it did in Berseria. It gets you in range when you press the attack button. It is defaulted to semi-auto. Why would you ever want to play manual instead of semi-auto? That doesn't make any sense to me. Because, I mean, that just seems like a quality of life thing, to have the game, like, when you press the attack button, you move closer to where your attack actually hits. It's just less annoying. Downloadable content. Unclaimed DLC items. Dual Wings pack. Oh, I got this for, I think this is an outfit where it, like, gives the main characters wings or something. I got this for pre-ordering the game. The following items will be available when claimed. Oh, these are all the things I get. I get wings, a recipe, some food stuff. Oh, my word. They give you so much for this. Reconciler armor, noble ash, void black tiara. Yeah, I'll take my pre-order bonuses. Thank you. Thank you. Many thanks. Many thanks. A man with nothing to his name. The masked slave seeking power. Those are skits. These are cinematics. Okay. Do we... Seeking power? Do we actually watch this one? I only remember watching one skit.
Are you
oh,
sure?
no, this is a skit that the game automatically did for us after that cutscene. Okay, so some skits automatically happen after... Okay. I understand. So, yeah, these skits we were automatically given. Cool, cool. Well, let's rest. Oh, wait, display party status? Oh, what's his face? Zhao's voice actor doesn't count as a party member. Interesting. Very interesting. I love this menu with the cool background and the characters standing there. That's so cool. I love it. Art settings screen. You can assign arts that you've learned to each of the different buttons. You can set 3 arts to use while on the ground, plus an additional 3 in the air for a total of 6. Press L2 or R2 to inspect the arts you have available. Characters that are set to auto can use all of their arts, but you can press square to uncheck arts you wish for them to avoid. You can also cast healing arts from this screen as well. Nice. My only aerial thing is Mirage, and these are my only 2 normal attacks, of course. Alright, and then what have you? You've got First Aid, Resurrection, and Magna Ray. You should just keep all of this for now. Count. Huh. I guess count is how many times I've used it. I wonder if it, like, levels up or something as you use it more. It's got stars next to it. Very interesting. This is my first stream that I've caught. I binge all your YouTube playthroughs. I'm glad to have you at stream, Shadow Boy. Welcome. Okay, interesting, interesting. What have we got for equipment? Ragged clothes. Didn't I just get my DLC stuff? Where's my DLC stuff, game? I want my wings. This woman really does have a gun. She just straight up has a gun. I respect it. Strategy. Strategies determine how your party operates in combat. On the strategy screen, press triangle to view details about each strategy and adjust them. Up to 4 strategies can be saved. During battle, open the menu and press triangle to switch between them. This is too much math for me. Not necessarily math, but you get what I mean. Party members fight autonomously, but their use of recovery and support arts and items are determined by your strategy. In the detailed... Oh, I don't want my allies to ever use items. I am item boy. I use item. In the detailed settings screens, you can see how they set how they act in various things, yada yada. Items can only be used on the character that you currently control. To do so, open the menu and select an item, except for items that revive them from a KO. Your controlled character will never use items automatically without permission. So what you're saying is that item thrower isn't default in this game. Okay, interesting. Use healing and support arts when fighting. Restore HP with items when low on CP. I use items during combat. And since this is the highest one, this should just mean that they never use items. Yeah. I think I did that right. Alright, downloadable content doesn't really matter right now. Alright. Oh, and we have a skit. Zephyr's teaching. Oh, this guy's name is Zephyr. I gotta remember that.
Zephyr, why aren't you concerned about who I am?
You feeling left out, son?
No, it's not that. But
You said you wanted to fight so that you can live a free man. At this point, that's all that matters. Even if it somehow turned out you were a Renin, it wouldn't be such a big deal.
a Renin?
Until we know who you are, we can't rule anything out. Besides, we've already got Shion with us. At this point, what's one more Renin as long as they're on our side?
So you don't see every Renin as an enemy?
Our goal isn't to hunt down and kill all Renins. We only arm ourselves as much as we need to set ourselves free. If you can believe it, not every Dahnan agrees with what we're doing either.
Are you saying we have enemies among the Dahnans?
Not quite. They're just not up for rebelling, per se. The thing you have to remember is that everyone has their own path to walk.
I'm not sure I understand.
That's okay. Just focus on what we have to do right now. However, the time will come when you'll need to decide what to do for yourself.
Alright. Oh, Iron Mask's missing core. We have more. I'm worried that I'm gonna end up missing some skits because they seem quite small. Hi, I'm new here. I don't talk much, but like to lurk. Glad to have you, Melody. Enjoy lurking. You want to leave it on the other, but go into details as it messes with when characters will use healing arts and stuff too. I don't understand this sentence, Lone Wolf. What are you saying? Something about the strategy thing? Are you talking about this? I don't understand what that message was in relation to, Lone Wolf. Why is item throw not the default? I hate that in RPGs. As long as item throw comes, as long as it's not like in Vesperia, I'm fine with item throw like being an ability or a skill that you get a little later on. But I hated it in Vesperia because it cost like 8 SP or something. It cost a lot of skill points just to have item throw, which should be really cheap by default. The strategy. Change it back to the one it was originally on, but press triangle on it to change stuff in details. Fight with moderation. Change tactics details. What on earth am I looking at? Oh my word, this is a lot of control, but it's like too much for me. Anyone KO'd, KO recovery arts CP is 1% or more. That's fine. Ally HP 50% or less, healing arts CP 1% or more. That's fine. Anyone KO'd, life bottle, have at least 10. Own HP 50. Anyone afflicted with oh my goodness. Make this one... Oh my goodness, so much. I want the CP to be 75% or more for this, I think. Own HP 25% or left. Keep away from enemy. Sure. It's dude, I'm getting overloaded. It's so much. I use apple gels. How do I like no. Do nothing. And then items, but no. Yeah, I want to be in control of item use. I think that's fine. Probably, maybe, who knows? Let's watch this other skit. Iron Mask's missing core.
How come you don't have a scar on your hand?
A scar? What do you mean?
The Crimson Crows all tore off their own spirit cores, right? But your hand doesn't show any signs of ever having a core like theirs. Why not?
I don't know. I don't remember anything about myself from before Doc found me.
Seriously? You have that mask, you don't feel any pain, and you just happen to know how to fight with a sword? No way. You must remember something.
I'm not lying if that's what you think. Believe me, I wish I knew who the hell I am. But I don't. It's funny how I didn't have any time for soul-searching while digging up rocks in a mine.
Still.
Are you saying you've told us everything about yourself?
Zephyr.
It's bad manners to pry when you've got plenty to hide yourself.
You're not gonna ask me about my past too?
Only when I think it's necessary. You're a real man of mystery, I'll admit. That said, I'm not one to dig around in someone's business just out of curiosity. If you remember something and feel like sharing, you're free to do so. For now, I think that's good enough.
Right. Thank you.
What a lad. What a lad. So many skits at the start of the game. All right, apparently Lone Wolf is telling me that the way that I've done this strategy thing has, like, ruined the game and will make my characters, like, not do things. Anyone KO'd. Delete this action. Delete this action. KO recovery arts, CP 1% or more. Ally 50% use healing arts. Yes. Anyone afflicted with ailments. You know what? I actually want this to be ally 75% or less. In case we run into something that does a lot of damage. I don't want him to be at like 76% health and be like, shouldn't heal. And then they get hit for like 50% of their health, and then the healing art doesn't heal enough after that. Ailment removal arts. Yeah, that's fine as long as we have plenty of CP. Just delete whatever this is. Is that fine now? I wish I would have gotten a little bit more of an in-depth explanation of how this strategy nonsense works. It seems like a lot. The unflinching Iron Mask.
So, this whole you not feeling pain thing, is that for real?
No, I joked.
Why would I lie about it? And why would you care anyway?
No, it's just, you know, I can't imagine what it's like, that's all.
As a slave, I'd say it has its advantages and disadvantages.
Oh?
On the upside, when Renan soldiers push me around, I hardly flinch. The downside's that I get injured without even noticing. Which means I could be knocking on death's door and not even realize it.
Really?
Sure. I may be numb to pain, but it doesn't make me immortal or anything. Still, I wouldn't have noticed any of this if someone hadn't pointed it out to me. If not for my fellow slaves, I'd be long dead, lying in a ditch somewhere.
Dude, I really love this concept of he doesn't feel pain and all that, but he also recognizes, like, yeah, not feeling pain means that I could have a punctured lung and not be aware of it and kind of need that to get fixed, you know? That's super neat. I like it. How long do you plan on going for today? We will go at least 4 hours, maybe 5, depending, because, man, I want to play more. But it looks like we did all the skits, so let's rest and continue.
A Master Core, huh? Now I see. So that's why Balsef's cronies were so desperate to catch her.
Is that what it's called? The jewel in her chest?
Oh, right. You don't remember a damn thing, do you? Fair enough. Guess it's time to fill you back in. Tell me, you ever wonder why we Dahnans are made to work ourselves to the bone, day in, day out?
Well, when you put it like that, I always just assumed we were mining resources for them.
And don't you think it'd be quicker if they used all that high-powered tech they have? Why go to all the trouble of relying on weak human labor? Listen, what the Renans are really after isn't resources or minerals. It's astral energy. They're harvesting the astral energy that sleeps inside all matter in life forms. And they're doing it the same way they have for the past 300 years, using us Dahnans as mere siphons.
Right. They have machines for minerals, but extracting from Dahnans requires spirit cores. Any astral energy collected passes through a spirit vessel on its way to being stored in a master core.
But why go to the trouble of collecting all this energy in the first place? Do they really need all that juice just to use astral arts?
It determines the Sovereign.
Sovereign? Is that the Renan ruler?
Exactly. 5 lords, each doing whatever it takes to gather as much astral energy as they can and store it in their master cores. Whichever of them manages to accumulate the most power at the end of their contest is crowned the ruler of the Renan motherland. A new crown contest, as they call it, is held every decade or so.
So you see, the Master Cores are the receptacles in which the Lords store their power. And we Dahnans are sacrificed, so the Renans can choose their new ruler.
That's insane! You're telling me that's what our people have been dying for this whole time?
Relax, hero. You're not the only one who's bent out of shape about the whole thing. There are 2 things that I haven't been able to get my head around yet. What business would a Renan have stealing a Master Core? And what's the deal with that blazing sword?
I think the sword is a physical manifestation of the Master Core's astral energy. As for why it took the shape of a sword, well, I don't know any more than you do. Honest.
And that stuff about needing your permission to use it? What was that about?
I'm the only one of us who can control the Master Core to some extent. Without me to adjust the flow of astral energy, the sword can't take a physical form.
What do you want out of this? You may be one of them, but you don't strike me as the ruthless oppressor type.
I'm going to take down all of the lords.
Never thought I'd say this, but I like the cut of your jib, Renan. Very well. As far as we're concerned, the struggle continues either way. And with that sword on our side, our chances of victory just increased. That is, of course, assuming we can count the 2 of you in.
Fine by me. After all, it sounds like we're after the same thing anyway.
Honestly, I'm still a little confused by all this. But if it's a choice between this or going back to being a slave, then I choose to fight.
Then it's settled. Together we'll overthrow the Renan Lords. And first up on that chopping block is Balsef, the wild beast. Sound good?
Yo, I'm loving the lore building of this game. What the heck? That was wild.
I've gotta hurry.
I love the super lighthearted resting music while we're in a literal field of
We have
lava.
another secret hideout in Ulzebek, not far from here. We should be able to meet up with our comrades there.
Oh, it seems that all the fire is really calmed down throughout the night. That's nice. That's good. All right, well, let me just run down here and grab these crystals. Don't mind if I do. So the Renans, there are the 5 lords, and one of the 5 lords every decade becomes, like, the king, the sovereign, of the Renan home world, which I assume is that planet up in the sky. I don't remember exactly. They probably said it specifically in the opening. But, so every 10 years, a new sovereign is elected, and to become that sovereign, you have to, like, force the Dahnans to work to build astral energy. And then whoever
Should be
makes the
able to use
Dahnans work
this.
the most gets
Whenever you
out of it.
find some, make sure to grab it.
gets to be the new king, basically? That's crazy.
Good to know.
Definitely.
Pretty wild, pretty wild. I look forward to seeing more. Oh, we have a skit at the bottom right. I just realized. Maybe when I walked over here, it popped up.